In these times of division and wars, we really need this joint vision for the future. And I believe that 2030 agenda is just that.
From our study, when we discussed the benefits of working with the SDGs, some of the study participants emphasized that the SDGs create a shared language for working across sectors, but also SDGs have been a great tool to broaden the understanding of sustainability in a more holistic way. We see from our study that Agenda 2030 remains relevant for many municipalities across the Nordic countries, especially those who have integrated SDGs in their steering documents or their steering structures. And SDGs still provide a valuable communication tool, provide a shared language across sectors. However, this work is not, of course, without challenges. Among the key challenges have been the declining support, prioritization for Agenda 2030, and also lack of clear leadership for Agenda 2030 from the national level actors. Without leadership, without clear interest from political level and civil servants, Agenda 2030 will not be as impactful. We, in our study, have also discussed how to accelerate progress. We have asked our study participants to share their learnings and suggestions. And one of the things that they brought up is to enhance the link between SDGs and other emerging agendas or other emerging priority areas such as resilience and preparedness, but also see SDGs more as an agenda for action rather than a static tool or a static framework.
It's very interesting to hear how the SDGs have meant something valuable for the municipalities and regions. It has actually been a framework for them to develop their services and their communities. And it's been a framework helping them to communicate with the business sector, with the civil sector, and also with the inhabitants. And we see now a shift in priorities and political attention that makes it harder to work with the SDGs locally and regionally. And it seems like the story is kind of the same across the Nordic regions. But the attention and the focus locally and regionally has not declined in the same way that we see nationally and internationally. And that gives us just more power to our message that the most important things regarding the SDG is happening locally, where the people live and the services are being provided.
First, I thought that 2030 is too short, for sure, but I've also become assured maybe that 5 years is plenty when we share the vision of better future. But I do believe that we need sub-goals. So maybe looking at 2050, it's a very long distance run that we are doing with the SDGs. So having sub-goals and feeling that we have achieved something and still keeping our eyes on the horizon. That's maybe my vision for the future.
We're at a critical time now, so we really have to get the right politics to achieve the SDGs and to really get the development going in the direction that we need. And it's only 5 years, so we really have to push now to make the effort so that we actually achieve the majority of the SDGs by 2030. And the local and regional authorities are so important in doing that.
Looking beyond 2030, there is a clear preference among our study participants that the current agenda should be kept and revised. We don't want to lose momentum. We should build on what we already have and use all this knowledge and experience gathered from implementation of 2030 agenda. But there was a clear interest to update it, to revise it, to add some new themes such as overconsumption. We could also address it more the circular economy aspects, and also measuring progress beyond GDP, incorporating other measurement metrics rather than in addition to economic development and GDP.
Can we stop just talking about growth? Can we think differently about this eternal picture of growth? Can we connect innovation closer to the agenda? How can we work even more holistically? And can we do it simpler than the big scale of 17 goals and 169 targets. It's quite massive to handle for a local municipality. So can we do it in a more action-oriented way and actually create the sustainable solutions that we need going ahead?